Hello everyone, welcome to today's lecture. In this lecture, we are going to learn about floating point division. So to perform the division on the floating point numbers, there are mainly of 5 steps. The first is check for 0. We have to check if the dividend or the divisor is 0 or not. The second is initialize the register and evaluate the sign. So we'll initialize the dividend and divisor into the specific registers and evaluate its sign. Then align the dividend. So in the align the dividend, in the division process there is some overflow condition occur. So to correct that overflow, we'll align the dividend value. The fourth step is subtract the exponent. So in addition, we'll normalize the exponent. In our multiplication process, we'll add the exponent. So in the floating point number, the final exponent value will generated by subtracting the exponent value of dividend and divisor. And the last is the divide the mantissa. So these are the main steps. So this is the flowchart diagram for the floating point division. So here in the BR register, divisor is stored. In the AC register, dividend is stored. Okay. So first step is check for 0. So we have to check if divisor or the dividend is 0. So here divisor is equals to BR. So let's check if BR is equals to 0, then what happened? Suppose the dividend value is 5 and the divisor value is 0. Okay. So when we perform the division, at that time dividend divided by divisor. So it is something like division by 0. So that is not possible in the division. So it generates the error divide by 0 and stops the process. Now if dividend is 0, so if BR is not equals to 0 means divisor is not equals to 0, but dividend means AC register is equals to 0. So suppose divisor is equals to 5 and dividend is equals to 0. And if we perform the division process, so it is something like 0 division 5. So 0 division anything is equals to 0. So at that time the 0 value will be stored onto the quotient. So quotient is stored onto the register QR. So 0 will be transferred to QR and it stops the process and stores the output onto the QR register. Okay. Now if BR is not equals to 0, AC is not equals to 0. Yes, so now the condition is something like 2 divided by 4. If this is the condition, at that time what happened? So after checking for zeros, the next step is initialize registers and evaluate the sign. So we have to evaluate the sign of the register. Here we initialize the divisor and dividend into their registers. Now we have to evaluate the sign of the register. Suppose QS is the sign of quotient, AS is the sign of dividend and BS is the sign of divisor. So to evaluate the sign of QS means quotient, we have to perform exclusive OR operation on the sign of divisor and dividend. Okay. Now the exclusive operation says that if both values are same, means 0 0 or 1 1, at that time the output of the exclusive OR is 0. If any one of the both number is 1 or if both number are different, something like 1 0 and 0 1, at that time the output of the exclusive OR is equals to 1. Okay. So based on this we can evaluate the sign of the number. Suppose AS and BS both have the same value, at that time the sign of the QS is 0 means the number is positive. And if both AS and BS has the different value, at that time the output is 1, it means the sign is negative. Initially we'll consider the value of Q is equals to 0 and sequence counter value n minus 1. Here will not consider the first bit, yes, of the divisor. First bit represents the sign bit, so that's why we'll not consider this. So we'll consider the sequence counter from n minus 1. Okay. Now we'll perform A minus B will perform the subtraction operation. So to perform the subtraction operation, A B bar plus 1. So A minus B, that is stored onto the EA. Here E is the output carry. Now we'll have to check if E is equals to 0 or not, 0 or 1. Okay, so if the value of output carry is equals to 0, it means there is a no overflow condition will occur. So there is no overflow means if A is less than B, at that time only the overflow is not occurred. Here if dividend is less than divisor, that time we can directly perform the division operation. So at that time we have to restore, because you'll subtract the divisor and dividend. So that's why we have to restore the value of the dividend. So to restore the value, we'll perform the addition operation. So here A plus B, because here we'll subtract the B from A, so that is why to restore we have to add B into the A, and the final value is stored onto the A. So this is the restored dividend. And if the value of output carry is equals to 1, at that time overflow occurred. Now if the value of divisor is less than dividend or equals to dividend, at that time the overflow will occur. So to correct the overflow, first we have to restore the dividend. To same, we will add the value of B into the register A and then store onto the A. So this is our dividend, and to correct the overflow, we'll perform the shift right operation on A, means dividend, and will increase the exponent value. So by this process we can correct the overflow, and after that the next step is subtract the exponent value. So to perform, here small a represent the exponent of dividend and small b represent the exponent of divisor. So we have to subtract the exponent. So for that also we'll perform the 2's complement. So A plus B bar plus 1. So this is something like A minus B, and that and the resultant exponent will be stored onto the register A. Now this is the final exponent value of our result. So that result is stored onto the quotient. So here we'll transfer the exponent value that is stored on register A onto the Q register. Okay, so now our exponent value is stored onto the Q. Now we have our final exponent. Now we have to find the division between the mantissa. So we'll divide the magnitude of mantissa by using a fixed point number. So we already learned the restoring division algorithm in our previous lecture. So here whole this algorithm will execute to divide the value of mantissa, and after that here we'll stop the process, and the quotient value will be stored onto the QR register, and the exponent value is gathered from this Q register. Okay, so this is how the floating point division will perform. So that's it. Thank you so much.